All right, guys, it's Friday, and I have a keyboard for you. Yes, you know me. You know what I've been up to, and it's thrifting. Yep, thrift store shopping. And what did I find? I found this beast. Look at how many keys this thing's got going on. This is known as the Corsair Vengeance K90. This is honking. And it showed up for 10 bucks, so I couldn't pass it up. Now this thing would have originally shipped with a key, wrist rest. A wrist rest. Now this is the impressive part. Look at how many freaking G keys this thing's got. 18 G keys. Now, from what I understand, these G keys do not have, they're not mechanical. And you can feel they're not mechanical. They're rubber dome. And so are the F keys and, function keys in this little cluster here. But otherwise, the rest of these keys, let's pick this one here, easy to get. The rest of these keys are Cherry MX Reds. The Reds are the smooth type, non-clicky. I like them. You can hear them. Little sound test for you. Versus this being the rubber dome ugly guys. Frankly, if I was Corsair, I probably just would have opted for, just reds all over the place. And not, I guess there was a cost savings there, but honestly, hard to justify it. It just has the single backlight. This thing's like from about 12 years ago. So, it's an oldie, but a goodie. I find these old keyboards to be really interesting and fun to use. They sound good, well, to me anyway. I'm not a aficionado, but they sound good. And, having like extra G keys can be kind of fun to program macros. I know in a practical way, I remember having a keyboard that I used at work, and there's certain logs I had to fill out, and there's certain, I don't know what you call them, almost like a boilerplate bunch of things you have to do. So in theory, you could take these 18 keys and you could program them to fill in certain text, I don't know, let's just say one of your standard billings is reconciliation or something. You could type in a reconciliation, something fairly long, and you could hit, G1 is reconciliation, boom, and it would fill it in. And then you could do, whatever the next type of function you might have. Maybe it's a consult function coaching or what, I don't know, something along those lines. And you could hit, G2, time billing, coaching, that sort of stuff. Training, whatever. So, it can kind of I don't know, just automate some of your processes. So these, I know they're for games, you can do the MMO stuff, but, whatever. It's cool. You can tell which ones, of course, are the mechanical keys because they're lit up. The ones that aren't. So it's pretty easy to distinguish which are which. So the ones that aren't, you can see, are these. Right there. These ones, though, on the other hand, are nicely blue lit up. So this thing's in good shape, with the exception, of course, there's no wrist rest. Otherwise, it's, for 12-year-old keyboard, I think it's in great shape. Yeah, so I've used a little bit, just test it out, make sure all the keys work, and they do. So yeah, I'm very happy with this thing. like I said, it was like 10 bucks. So mechanical keyboards for 10 bucks, I don't know. It's hard for me to just walk away from that, especially if they look like they're in decent shape. Funny thing is, I got to tell you a little story here. Story time. I actually initially saw this keyboard and went, oh. I went like this. Oh, Corsair, but it's got like rubber dome keys. Huh. Oh, I didn't know Corsair made something like this. It's rubber dome. That's pretty, pretty funny. And I even pulled this key, which is the escape key, because usually I use the escape key to pull because it's easy. It's got like a lot of space around it to pull it. I mean, this is a good key too to pull, I guess. But at the time, I mean, I just thought, oh, let's just see if it has mechanical keys. I yanked it off, and of course it wasn't. It was a dome. And I went, oh, it's got just rubber dome keys. For 9 bucks, that's, I can get a mechanical, why bother? But then I came back the next day, and I went, oh, and I came back and I looked at it. Oh yeah, there's this thing. I wonder if I should get it, It's got this like cool matrix of G keys. That's kind of interesting. And, it's probably a really good rubber dome keyboard. Because, typically if a gaming company like Corsair or whoever it might be, Razer, if they make a rubber dome keyboard, it's a gaming keyboard, it's typically a bit better than a lot of keyboards. Typically it's programmable in some form too. So it's kind of like there's an aspect to it that, for 9 bucks, it's probably not worth. It's not you can get better, but it's probably, it might be worth picking up to play with. So anyway, so here I go, oh, okay, maybe I'll get it. And then I just went like this. I went, and I heard the sound. I went, what? I thought this was rubber dome. I know. I pulled up. What's going on? That's the sound of a mechanical keyboard. So then I took a closer look at it, and I pulled one of these keys here. And I went, gotcha. It's a partly mechanical and partly rubber dome, which, who would have thought? So then I realized, okay, I figured it out. So I could tell by just tapping on different keys. Okay, these are not, these are, all the general typing keys are, but the function keys aren't, escape isn't, and this big matrix thing isn't. Okay, for 10 bucks, it's probably worth it. So I picked it up. So I've been playing around with it at work here, and it works pretty good. I haven't installed the Q or whatever the heck kind of software is required for the matrix here of keys. I will eventually get around to that, but right now I'm just doing some work, and so I'm just focusing on using these keys here and my numpad. I do that, I need that for my work. Excuse me, do a lot of number crunching. So yeah, so anyway, long story short, I decided to share this little find with you. If you're interested in telling me what you think of this thing, if you had some experience with it yourself, go ahead and comment if you like. Give me a thumbs up if you like this stuff. If you don't, that's okay. I'm cool with that too. Free country, free internet, free YouTube. Like what you like, don't like what you don't like, whatever. But all the same, I do appreciate my subscribers, my viewers, and so I just wanted to share this one with you. And yeah, and just on a different note here, I've been working on my my website here, or not my website, it's my page, channel. Yeah, there we go, it's a channel, that's what it's called. And if you might notice that my videos have gone down. So what I've done is I've actually cleaned out a bunch of my videos, and I posted to my community page about it. It's cleanup time. So I got rid of a whole bunch of videos that nobody was watching, nobody's commenting on, nobody was liking, and I got rid of them. So that's sort of what I'm doing. It's just kind of doing a little bit of cleanup, and there you go. So, and what am I drinking tonight? I'm drinking, oh, hang on, there you go. It's Timber Hazy IPA. So not a bad, I think have I mentioned it before? Can't remember. It's a good one. Yeah, it's inexpensive. I guess I should be just like focusing on something other than like a bunch of wires. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be my video. 10 minutes blithering, but I hope you'll like it. And gotta get a picture of the whole keyboard here, because you know what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do a thumbnail-y thing here. Let's see if I can get a good one here. There you go. So there you have it. That's my video. And I hope you're having a good evening. It's Friday night, so go out there and have some fun. Get together with some friends. Go out and do what you gotta do, but play it safe. All right, guys, talk to you later.